sunrise safari, and this next animal I can totally relate to. We both love the sun and love the heat.
Yeah, that's why we call it lizard weather, aka Corey kind of weather. Meet Forrest and Cupcake. So Forrest is in our friend Gary's hand right here, and then Cupcake standing right here in front of me. And we are so excited that they're here this morning. Gary, thank you so much. Tell us a bit more about these guys. We know that they're only native to the San Esteban Island?
Yeah, these guys are endemic just to a single island in the Sea of Cortez, the Gulf of California, the San Esteban Island. So a very, very small range. That is why they are considered endangered, because they have such a small range and there's just not a really big population of them.
Okay, how old are they?
Forrest here is 25 years old, and Cupcake is 18. So kind of on the older side, but in good care. These guys can sometimes get into their 30s.
Okay,
Really?
I gotta be honest, I've never heard of a Chuckwalla before.
Yeah, they're a pretty obscure lizard. They're in the iguana family, so distant cousins of the iguanas. There are 5 species of Chuckwalla found in desert areas of southwest United States and Mexico also.
Okay, so looking at them, I'm not sure if you can tell on your screen right now, but they're kind of wide, but that's how they're supposed to look, right?
Yeah, these guys are a little bit on the chunky side, but the habitat that they live in, the San Esteban Island, is very rocky, a lot of boulders. It's a desert kind of habitat, and so what these guys will do is wedge themselves into the rock work. So having a little bit of chunkiness on the side helps them wedge themselves in. If they need to hide from a predator or something, they can actually expand their whole body a little bit by filling up their lungs. That's why they kind of have loose skin as well. It allows them to blow themselves up a little bit like a balloon, and then if they're wedged into the rock work, then they're pretty safe.
Okay, that is fascinating. Okay, what is a little bit different between these guys and maybe your other Chuckwallas?
These guys are going to be the biggest species by far. Other Chuckwalla species might look a little bit similar, but they are a lot smaller. These guys are a really good example of island gigantism. So since they are endemic just to a single island, they don't really have a lot of natural predators coming after them. And when you don't have a lot of natural predators, you don't have a huge evolutionary need to be very small and hidden. So over time, these guys have evolved to just be a lot larger than your average Chuckwalla.
All right, so in some of the photos that you guys posted, it looks like they're kind of cuddling. Is there a specific reason why they do that?
Yeah, so these guys know each other very well. They're very comfortable with each other. Mostly when they are cuddling, they are usually just stacked, I think, to help absorb heat from each other. Some of those photos you see, that's definitely going to be the hottest spot in their habitat. And these guys love heat. Even up to 110, 120 degrees is like very ideal for them.
Do y'all have room in your tank for Corey too?
I fit in there. I can get in there, so I think you could probably get in there with them too.
Okay, Gary, you work personally with these animals, probably the closest more than anybody else on that team. What is your favorite thing about Chuckwallas and these guys specifically?
My favorite thing about them is just their really relaxed disposition. Not all of our lizards are this friendly around people or this comfortable with being handled. These guys don't do as many programs, but when we do need to pick them up, they are very comfortable. They were very quick to get used to people, and that can be individual to individual. It might be the species, it might just be these two in particular, but they are very hands-on. So with some of our animals, we give them their space. They're a little bit less comfortable coming out, but these guys are a lot of fun because they're so comfortable being picked up. I can take them around, they can come to the news.
Are they lovers?
A little bit, yes.
You sensed it.
Because they were cuddling. I thought it was really cute.
They are a couple. Since these guys are an endangered species, one of our projects at the aquarium is doing a lot of conservation breeding for endangered species, and these two are actually a part of the species survival plan, which is what directs conservation breeding in accredited zoos and aquariums. So based on their health and their genetics, they are a recommended breeding pair. They have not had any babies yet, but they have been assigned to be a couple. So hopefully in the next couple of years, we'll have some baby Chuckwallas too.
We'd love to see that. All right.
Cute.
Well, these guys are so cute. I know a lot of people are going to want to come out and meet them. How can people meet Forrest and Cupcake?
So the great thing about these guys is they are actually on exhibit. We have a ton of reptiles at the aquarium. Most are behind the scenes. You can always book a meet and greet with our reptiles or our tortoises or our sea turtles. That's a really fun way to get up close and personal. These guys will sometimes participate in a meet and greet, but you can also see them in the desert section of the aquarium as well. And just by visiting the aquarium, you are supporting their SSP and their breeding to help with conservation as well.
I love that this one is looking you up and down. Like,
Smiling.
She likes you.
She does like
yeah, for dinner.
You. So Jordan doesn't usually like reptiles. I mean snakes.
We're working on my fear.
She senses that fear.
The aquarium has definitely been testing my nerve a little bit more.
These guys are good ones to get to meet. They're pretty friendly.
Thank you so much for bringing them in.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. All right, we'll be right back.